You know what hurts the most? Not failure, not rejection, but waking up every morning knowing you could have been more and you weren't. Not because you lacked talent, not because you lacked opportunity, but because you lacked the one thing that decides everything: self-discipline. You've made promises to yourself before, and you broke them. You've set goals and watched them fade. You've felt the weight of your potential and the frustration of never touching it. That's the real pain, the pain of knowing the door was open, but you didn't walk through it. Today, that ends. Today, you choose a different path, a path built on consistency, clarity, and controlled action, because nothing changes until you change. And this is the moment you draw the line. This is the moment you decide to build the disciplined version of you, one small step at a time. Most people fail not because they aim too high and miss, but because they aim too low and hit. They think self-discipline is a dramatic transformation of 5 a.m. routine, a perfect schedule, a brand new life overnight. So they wait, they hesitate, and the moment never comes. But here's the truth most people never learn. Discipline is built on the smallest commitments, repeated consistently. Not the big ones, not the loud ones. The small, quiet ones you keep when no one is watching. A 5-minute workout, 1 page of reading, saying no to one distraction, choosing one small action that aligns with the person you want to become. These small commitments matter because they're doable. Your brain doesn't panic. Your willpower doesn't collapse. You don't feel overwhelmed. Instead, you build momentum, and momentum builds belief. Every time you keep a small promise to yourself, something powerful happens inside you. You start trusting yourself again. You start believing, maybe I can change. Self-trust is the foundation of self-discipline, and small commitments are the bricks. Think of discipline like a muscle. You don't lift the heaviest weight on day one. You start light, you build strength, and through repetition, what once felt difficult becomes automatic. The opposite is also true. Every time you break a small commitment, you weaken the relationship with yourself. Your confidence erodes. Your identity slips back into the old version. So, start small, but start today. 5 minutes, 1 step, 1 controlled action. Because when done consistently, these small commitments compound into a different level of discipline, a different level of confidence, and eventually, a completely different life. Small steps are not small. They are the beginning of mastery. One of the biggest traps in life is this. You can be busy all day and still go nowhere. You can work hard and still fall behind. You can fill your schedule and still feel empty. Because the enemy of progress isn't laziness. It's misplaced priorities. Most people don't fail due to lack of effort. They fail because they spend their best energy on the least important things. They react instead of direct. They chase urgency instead of importance. They treat distractions like responsibilities. Here's the truth. Not everything deserves your attention, and not everything earns your time. Success begins the moment you decide what truly matters, and you put it first. Think of your life like a jar. Your big goals, your health, your purpose, your growth. These are the big rocks. Social media, notifications, small errands, random obligations, these are the sand. If you pour the sand in first, there's no room left for the rocks. But if you place the big rocks first, the sand will always find its place. That is prioritization. That is discipline. That is how high achievers stay ahead while everyone else stays overwhelmed. And here's the part nobody wants to hear. To say yes to what matters, you must learn to say no to what doesn't. You must disappoint a few people. You must protect your time like it's gold. Because it is. Practical steps are simple. Choose your top 3 big rocks every night. Block your mornings for them, no exceptions. Turn off distractions. Treat that time like an appointment with your future. When you control your priorities, you control your life. But if everything is important, nothing is. The difference between people who move forward and people who stay stuck is not effort, it's focus. Focus is the multiplier. Focus is the separator. Most people think success requires motivation, but motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. It's strong today, weak tomorrow, and completely gone the moment life gets difficult. That's why disciplined people don't rely on motivation, they rely on habits. Habits don't ask you how you feel. Habits don't wait for inspiration. Habits don't negotiate. They execute, automatically, quietly, consistently. And that's what builds success. Here's the truth. Your habits are stronger than your willpower. Willpower drains. Habits repeat. When something becomes a habit, it no longer requires force. It becomes your default setting. But habits don't start big. They start small. They start with 5 minutes, not 50. They start with 1 page, not 1 book. They start with 1 choice that says, "I'm becoming someone better." And that's the key. Habits build identity, and identity drives action. So how do you build habits that last? First, start ridiculously small. The goal is not to prove how strong you are, it's to build momentum. Small wins create a streak. A streak creates pride. Pride creates belief. And belief rewires your identity. Second, stack your habits. Attach a new behavior to something you already do. After brushing your teeth, read 1 page. After your morning coffee, journal 2 minutes. The cue becomes the trigger. The trigger becomes the loop. Third, design your environment. You are not stronger than your temptations, so remove them. Put your phone in another room. Prepare your workout clothes the night before. Make the right action the easiest action. Fourth, track your wins. A visual streak keeps your brain hungry. It says, "Don't break the chain." And finally, remember this truth. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your habits. Build the right habits. And success stops being a fight, it becomes your autopilot. If you want to understand why most people never reach their potential, you only need to understand one thing. They trade what they want most for what feels good right now. The phone buzzes. The craving hits. The comfort calls. And the future gets sacrificed for a moment of pleasure. That's the silent trap, the trap of instant gratification. It's cheap. It's easy. And it destroys long-term greatness one small compromise at a time. But here's the truth. Every dream has a price. And the price is almost always paid in the currency of patience. Delaying gratification doesn't mean denying yourself joy. It means choosing a joy that's bigger, deeper, and worth the wait. It means choosing the reward that builds your life, not just your mood. This is where true discipline lives. So how do you master it? First, make your long-term vision vivid. The clearer your future is in your mind, the harder it is to betray it. Visualize the healthier you, the wealthier you, the stronger you. Feel the pride. Feel the freedom. That emotional picture becomes your anchor when temptation shows up. Second, break your long-term goal into small milestones. Big results feel far away, but milestones feel close enough to chase. Thanks for watching. Where video can give you close enough to win, and each milestone reinforces the belief, I'm getting closer. Third, use the 5-minute delay tactic. When you feel the urge to quit, scroll, indulge, or avoid the hard thing, don't fight the feeling. Just pause for 5 minutes. Most temptations lose power once you break their momentum. Fourth, design an environment that protects your goals. Remove the snacks. Hide the distractions. Set the phone across the room. You don't overcome temptation, you outsmart it. And finally, remember this truth. Short-term pleasure is cheap. Long-term reward is priceless. The person who can wait wins. One of the most overlooked truths about success is this. Your life doesn't rise to the level of your goals. It rises to the level of your routine. Most people try to change their life with motivation. Successful people change their life with structure, because a routine removes the hardest part of discipline, the daily decision-making. When your life has no structure, every morning becomes a negotiation. Should I work out? Should I read? Should I focus? Should I rest? And eventually, should I turns into do it tomorrow. A strong routine eliminates that weakness. It tells your mind what to do before your excuses even wake up. The key is simple. Design your day before your day designs you. Start with your morning. Your morning sets your frequency. A distracted morning produces a distracted day. A focused morning produces a focused life. Your morning is where your identity is built not in giant leaps, but through consistent rituals, movement, reading, planning, silence, clarity. Then comes the evening routine, the part everyone ignores. Your evening is where you reset, review, recharge, where you look at what worked, what didn't, what must change tomorrow. This reflection transforms chaos into intention. To build a routine that works, focus on 3 principles. 1. Simplicity. If it's complicated, you won't keep it. 2 or 3 core actions done every day are more powerful than 10 random tasks done once. 2. Consistency. Routine is repetition with purpose. Even small rituals compound into big shifts over time. 3. Flexibility. Life happens. A good routine bends, it doesn't break. If you fall off, adjust, reset, continue. Remember this, you already have a routine. The question is whether it's guiding you or limiting you. Build a routine that reflects the future you want, and your actions will finally match your ambitions. Most people spend their entire lives running from discomfort, and that's exactly why they never grow. Because every dream, every breakthrough, every transformation requires one thing: the willingness to be uncomfortable. Comfort feels safe, familiar, warm, but comfort is a trap. It whispers, stay where you are. It promises ease, but steals your potential. It gives you peace today, but guarantees regret tomorrow. Here's the truth. Discomfort is not the enemy. Discomfort is the signal that you're moving in the right direction. Growth and comfort cannot exist in the same space. If you choose comfort, you lose growth. If you choose growth, you must face discomfort. That's why disciplined people think differently. When discomfort shows up, they don't retreat, they lean in. They understand that the stretch, the challenge, the tension is not punishment, it's training. The first time you wake up earlier, uncomfortable. The first time you push through the last rep, uncomfortable. But with every repetition, discomfort becomes strength, and strength becomes identity. Here's how to master discomfort. 1. Start small. You don't need to face a giant battle. Begin with a small daily challenge, a cold shower, a tougher workout, a difficult conversation, a focused hour without your phone. 2. Expect the resistance. Your mind will try to protect you from change. That voice that says, this is too hard, is not truth, it's habit. 3. Focus on the payoff, not the pain. Picture who you become on the other side of the challenge. Let that vision pull you forward. 4. Celebrate the struggle. Every time you endure discomfort, you prove to yourself that you can handle more than you thought. Remember this, the path to power is paved with discomfort. You don't become stronger by staying comfortable, you become stronger by surviving the stretch. Discomfort is temporary. Growth is permanent. At some point on your journey, discipline stops being about what you do and starts being about who you are. That's the turning point. That's where real transformation begins. Most people try to change their life by changing their actions, but they never change their identity, so the old patterns always pull them back. They say, I'm trying to be disciplined. I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to be better. But trying is not becoming. Trying is temporary. Identity is permanent. Here is the truth. You act according to the story you believe about yourself. Change the story, and your actions will follow. The moment you shift from I want to be disciplined to I am a disciplined person, everything changes. Waking up early is no longer a battle, it's simply what a disciplined person does. Choosing the healthy option is no longer a struggle, it's who you are. Protecting your time becomes natural because you value yourself differently. Identity makes discipline easier. Identity makes decisions simpler. Identity turns effort into instinct. So, How do you create an identity shift? 1. Define your future self. Write down the traits, habits, behaviors of the person you want to become. Clarity creates direction. 2. Make identity-based decisions. Before every choice, ask, what would the future version of me do right now, and act accordingly? 3. Let your habits verify your identity. Every small action is a vote for who you become, a vote for who you no longer are. 4. Speak your identity. Your words are commands to your subconscious. Say it daily. I am disciplined. I follow through. I keep my promises. Because identity is not found, it's built. Brick by brick, habit by habit, choice by choice. When your identity changes, your destiny changes. The person you become determines the life you build. Don't just do disciplined things. Become the disciplined person. At the end of this journey, remember one thing. Discipline is not just a habit, it is a choice you make about who you are becoming. Every small step you take, every moment you push through discomfort, every time you honor your word, you are shaping a new identity, a stronger identity, a disciplined identity. Your future is not built in one dramatic moment. It's built in thousands of quiet decisions, the decisions you make today, right now. So don't leave this message without taking action. Claim your direction. Declare your intention and step into the person you know you were meant to be. If this spoke to you, do one simple thing. Comment 8 below, let that be your public commitment to discipline, and share your goal or desire for the next 30 days. Tell the world what you're building. Tell yourself what you're ready to become. Discipline is the beginning. Your transformation starts the moment you choose it. Start now.